there is no room for doubt, and there's no room for doubters. And I remember so many people having expectations on what I could or couldn't do in life. And when I look back, it was ridiculous, because you can do anything you set your mind to.
At a young age, Whitney really was butterflies and rainbows, and she was very carefree. At 17, she left home and she went to Toronto. But I would really say it was her MBA here at the University of Calgary that kind of switched the whole path for her. And it was the mentorship program. You know, she had a really amazing mentor here.
So Jerry Prati was a vice president in Canada. They said, I'm looking for somebody really innovative. I take people from different departments in Canada, I tune them up and put them back in their department. It's a great way to get the company being more innovative. I'm looking for somebody to come in from the outside. I said, Whitney's your person.
Gosh, it's hard to believe this, but it was over 25 years ago. And I just kind of followed this passion in tech and have lived and traveled around the world for different companies and eventually my own company, where we could invest really in industrial tech, but with a software, hardware, AI, machine learning type kind of configuration to where it is today.
Ideas are easy to have, big ideas are harder, but executing on an idea is the most challenging thing in the world to do, and it can only be done by a bold leader. And Whitney has been able to create a career where she can provide capital to people, other people that have some of the most important and some of the biggest ideas in the world, and she helps make those ideas come true.
She's one of the most disciplined people I know, and I know that came from doing martial arts.
There's a lot of lessons that you can take from martial arts, and specifically Taekwondo, into your professional circle. So the biggest one is respect. The next one is steadiness and composure. I'm a firm believer in high performance, and I believe high performance takes a lot of practice and a lot of good habits.
She's kind of like an elite athlete. Like, it's a lot of hard work, what she's done. There's no secret recipe, it's work. And so I'm just really proud of her. She's done it for years, and to watch where she's come and where she's gonna go has been the best part about being her sister and being her friend.
The easiest thing for me to do is describe Whitney in one single word, and it's courageous. She is so not afraid of taking on some of the biggest challenges and facing some of the scariest things that a person can face. I've learned so much from her, and I couldn't be more proud of her for winning this award and for the company she's helped me build.
Whitney, you were a star in 1996-97. Boy, you're a star in a lot bigger universe now. So just keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to encourage so many women and other people to see what they really can do.
Hey, little sis, congratulations on this huge honor. You've earned it, and we're all really proud of you.
Hello, my name is Sudipta Mohapatra. I'm a second-year MBA student. I'm also the president of the MBA Society, working towards improving the MBA student experience academically, socially, and professionally, while enhancing the reputation of the Haskin MBA brand. It is my pleasure to present the 2021 Big Ideas Bold Leaders Award to Whitney Rockley. Whitney Rockley is a trailblazer in the venture capital community. With over 20 years' experience in private capital, Whitney has built a dynamic career focused on evolution, ideation, and strategic innovation. Whitney's tenacity was evident from a young age, and her global perspective shaped by her experience growing up in Africa and Canada. At the age of 17, Whitney left home to pursue her undergraduate degree at Ryerson University. In the mid-90s, Whitney returned home to pursue an MBA at the University of Calgary. It was here that Whitney expanded her entrepreneurial spirit, developing keen business insight and an eye for venture capital and investment. Whitney is the co-founder and managing partner of McRock Capital, a Toronto-based investment firm upending the industrial Internet of Things. With her team at McRock, Whitney finds unique ways to support entrepreneurs and innovators, exploring new avenues to diversify revenue streams, shaking up how things are done and creating big waves into the future of industrial innovation. Prior to co-founding Macroc, Whitney was a partner with the Zurich-based venture capital firm and Nomura New Energy Ventures in London, England. She was also the first female chair of the Canadian Venture Capital and Private Equity Association. She is a trusted advisor in her field and is often called upon for her expertise by government and industry peers. Whitney has set a firm goal to increase diversity within the venture capital community in Canada, to commit to the values of inclusion, belonging, and representation. Being a newcomer in Canada myself, and having left home back in India a long time ago for studies and work, I can personally relate with Whitney's story and her global perspective. I am currently learning about venture capital as a part of the Creative Destruction Lab program, and as an MBA student interested in innovation, strategy, and finance, I find her journey and accomplishments deeply motivating. Whitney, you are bold in every sense of the word, and I'm honored to present you with this year's Big Ideas Bold Leaders Award. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. How cool was that, Sudipta? Thanks so much for the introduction and terrific videos. I'm kind of sitting back and I can't believe I have to say a few words after them. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start by telling you a story. And it starts like this. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to own my own business. And the only people that I knew at a really young age that did this was a modeling agency that I joined when I was about 8 years old. And I remember the training classes. They were just so much fun. And I remember the woman who owned it. She took it very, very seriously, but you could tell she just loved what she did. And I remember going to the Shaganappi Public Library, and I spent hours and hours just flipping through fashion magazines. And I did this for years. It was truly, truly my happy place. And when someone used to ask me, Whitney, what do you want to do when you grow up? I would always say, I want to own my own modeling agency. And you may ask, well, what does a career in fashion have to do with a career in tech? On the surface, not a whole heck of a lot, but let me explain. I remember the very first time I got a job in tech. It was between my first and second year of MBA school at Haskayne. And I was like that little girl all over again. I was so full of joy. I was so full of life. And literally, I found myself in the library again for hours and days and weeks at a time. And I just had this insatiable curiosity to learn. And I remember, and Scott can attest to this, but I remember pumping my fist in the air, spinning around in my office chair in this little teeny cubicle. And I was just in pure joy. And that was the moment that I knew I was hooked on tech. And then as Dr. Bob, you look great, then Haskayne had a mentorship program. And I was paired, as Dr. Bob said, with an energy executive who was starting a new business development team, where I had the opportunity to invest in strategic tech companies. And I thought, that sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder if being a corporate investor could be as much fun as being in a tech company, because that's where I was. And wow, has it ever. It has been a blast. So not only did Haskayne provide me with a business education in entrepreneurship, it gave me a mentor that helped me start a career as a tech investor. And in the 25 years I've been doing what I've been doing, I have loved every day of it. And I get asked occasionally, so why do you love what you do? And I always give the same answer. It's because I have fun. I help entrepreneurs live their dreams. I get to learn about different businesses and different industries. It's like a great big puzzle. Like imagine dropping all the puzzle pieces out, turning them over and figuring out where they go. You can begin by putting together the border and working inward, or you can start with part of the picture and build it out from there. But there's no one way to learn a business. It isn't linear, it's creative. And that's what makes it really fun. So when I sit back and I reflect on some of my proudest moments, 3 things come to mind. We raised 2 incredible young adults that have lived in different cities and different countries around the world. As was mentioned, I became the first female chair of the Canadian Venture Capital and Private Equity Association, and I started the first diversity and inclusion task force now many years ago. And you can only imagine how happy I am to be recognized alongside of Eleanor and Audra. So congratulations. And I co-founded with my JBJ. And for those of you who didn't rock out in the 1980s or the 1990s, JBJ is John Bon Jovi, but my JBJ bandmate, the very first investment firm in the world that is focused exclusively on the industrial Internet of Things. And today I'm so proud of the investors like Mitsubishi and Cisco and Caterpillar and Shell and Canada Pension Plan that we have behind us. So it's been a ton of fun. And certainly I haven't traveled this journey alone. There's been so many shout outs to my family, to my friends, to McRock, and of course to Housegain. And for those dreamers out there, keep dreaming and then do. Pursue the things that are fun and the things that make you genuinely happy, and great things will come your way. So thanks very much, everybody.